Hello, everybody. My name is Tucker, and welcome back to our Russian Fishing for Spin Fishing character. Today, first fish on the brand new reel and rod. So if you remember at the end of the last episode, we got our second HSV. I'm still over here at Volkov. However, I'm in a different spot than we've been fishing. Fishing down here in the 8-meter hole. I'll pull up the map once we get this fish. But starting off with a good fish on the new rod. Pretty happy. Between episodes, I did make another 60 centimeter leader. That's 28 kilo fluorocarbon with 27 kilo swivels. And put that on this. So basically, it is the exact same setup as rod 1. Probably the next thing we'll go for on this character will be the balsa wood knife. There was a good comment, and I've thought about it a couple times, upgrade the friction brakes on these to the 17 kilo. And I'd want to look at the price. Last time I looked at it, I didn't see the price as worth it, but that was a while ago. And on a character that at the time did not have a lot of silver. Now it's 15 to 17 doesn't seem like as much as when we went from 4 to 5.25 or 5.5. But you may have seen this fish jump. It looks like a really good salmon. I'm looking forward to it. Nice Atlantic salmon, 7.748. Not a bad fish to start the day. And not a bad fish for the first fish on the new rod and reel. Looks like we got a little pike here, 216 gram. Almost not even worth keeping. We are down here fishing on the 8-meter hole. Usually we've been fishing up here in this 8-meter hole, so we'll see how things go over here today. Saw this spot start popping up yesterday. The interflue's still an option if this is too slow, but starting off with a 7 kilo fish, I doubt it's going to be too slow. Got another one on the new rod. Another small fish here, but I'll take it. Perch. 172 gram perch. Downside about this is it is much smaller than the interflue is. A lot more turning. I do have the Snatcher 002s on both rod 1 and rod 2. And then went with the original crank on rod 3, which is the Mosquito now. 821 gram Ladoga salmon. A small marker Ladoga. Sorry, the work phone just made a lot of noise and needed to take a quick look at it. Luckily, it's not my issue. Come on, fishy fish. It has been a long time since I fished down here, so I'm not used to the surroundings. Remember where to turn, basically, is what I'm saying there. I'm way further than I meant to. Nice pike. 2.211. Didn't see rod 2 was down until I'd already cast. Another pretty decent fish here. Xander. Colonel Xander's. 1.958. Another one over here on rod 1. Doesn't seem like it's an amazing one. Might be a marker pike. Just barely 952 grams. Probably time to turn around too. And not quite. Nice Ladoga there. 2.265, another 3,500 XP. And a fair amount of silver. Nice eyed, 691. One thing to keep in mind if you do come down here is the railroad bridge, which is in front of me. Well, in front of the boat, behind me, I guess I should say. Over there is the edge of the map. You can't go past that, but the fish can. So just something to keep in mind. Another Ladoga, 1.4. Come on, fishy fish. Way too far past where I want to be. And there you can see the buoys under the railroad bridge there that mark the end of the map. And right at the tip of my rod there is one of them. I forgot to drink. I'll be right back. Keep an eye on my rods while I'm gone. right, I'm back. Went ahead and took a second to, we'll just say, make some more room for drink too. Looks like we did get a bite. We were pretty far out of where I wanted to be anyway, so I was alright with a little bit of a pause there. Little small Xander. I have read there's been a catfish in this hole occasionally, so just something to be aware of, because those can be, I'm not going to say mean, they can just be a log and a pain to get out. So just something to be aware of. Come on, fishy fish. There's a fish over on one. Not an amazing one, but it's a fish. Little pike. Go a little bit further out with the cast. Ooh, that was a nice fish. Saw this thing jump right as I was switching over to it. Decent pike. Ooh, I'm closer to the shore than I want to be. Duck under the tree there. Also further down than I want to be. That didn't take long. Probably another pike with where it was. Maybe a perch. Nope, pike. Marker, I'll take it. I can't remember exactly, but like I mentioned earlier, probably the next goal is going to be getting the balsa wood knife so that we can make the balsa minnows. I believe it was 4,500 for that. We'll check at the end of the episode here so that we can plan the next phase for this character. And then we go into the mad, let's make as much silver as we can for a while stage. Come on, fish. There we go. Not an amazing fish, but it'll do. Another small zander, maybe? Small chub? Yeah, small chub. I'm a little bit outside of where I want to be, too, so I'm gonna curl over, try and get through the little dangle there. Another zander. Not quite a marker, wow. Keep moving quickly enough to pull drag on some of these rods where I keep it a little bit low. All right, let's go ahead and turn, try and get back into the hole. Giggity. Yeah, turned a little bit sharper than I wanted to, but I'll take it. Honestly, wasn't sure there was a fish on. Whatever it is a small one. Zebra mussel, no wonder. There was a small zebra mussel at that, too. Small perch. I was hoping that was a marker, but just a little bit smaller. Marker pike. I need to turn a little bit. Yeah, not much. Decent eyed. 793. There we go. Decent fish over on one. And right on the tip of the dangle here. Nice Ladoga. 3 or 4 kilo maybe. Pretty much right at 4. 3.975. Another nice pike. 1.225. Almost forgot to cast out rod 3 now that I got a decent rod 3. Or decenter, I guess. Nice fish over on 2. Another pike. Just under a kilo, but it's still a marker. Probably about time to turn around. Yep. Small pike. $33 in, 25 fish. Not too bad. Especially since I did step away for a couple minutes. Again, couldn't tell if there was actually a fish on. So this is a small one. Little chub. Moan fish. Give me a good 10, 15 kilo salmon. Gonna mute for a second. Phone's ringing. Nice 4 kilo Ladoga. I do have to step away for just 1 second to deal with something for the 4-letter W word. So I'll keep going fishing here, but gonna be on mute and not paying attention for a second. All right, I'm back. Looks like there might be a fish over on one. Yeah, small fish. A little pike. I'm going to have to wrap things up here in a little bit. Maybe a shorter episode today, but I'm okay with that. I forgot I heard my headset start telling me it's low on battery. Just barely while I was gone, so I got to plug that in real quick. Also need to finish turning. Oh, looked like there was a fish on. All right, headset plugged in. Fish on both rods while I was doing that. Somehow I also stopped the boat. I just dropped the anchor instead of starting trolling mode. At least you can instantly pick the anchor up. We'll probably start heading towards shore, especially with it raining. I think that's going to be our best bet. So 40 minutes in, we got 29 fish. Not horrible. Not the best either. Decent fish here on the mosquito. Yeah, actually have to chase it. I must have lost track of time. I must have got started later. It's almost 9 o'clock already. I was thinking it was about 8:30, 8:15, but it's right at 9 o'clock. I did think about getting the new kind of rainbow colored line where they've got it marked every 5 meters so you know how far out and can kind of watch that. Same thing that you see if you take the trip over to the Norwegian Sea. A nice feature, but the price of the line was not worth it for the new rod. Definitely required I think, if you're going saltwater fishing. But for freshwater fishing, nah, not as much. That's a big old chub. Did we just get a trophy chub? Nope, 3.4. One full kilo off. That's a nice chub. All right, let's go ahead and reel everything in. We're out of the hole anyway. It's a pretty long trip back to the dock at trolling speed. I did buy a 2-day boat ticket. I had 20 some odd hours left. When I got started, we're actually probably nearing that time. I want to say I logged in about, or got on the water about 6 a.m. One thing a lot of people don't know is right now I'm just holding W. You can hold shift and you will go faster, and you can turn tighter when you're doing that usually. So just, if you don't already know that, wanted to mention that. I didn't even really think I was going to wrap it up on a nice round number 30 with that big old chub. That wasn't too far off. 1 hour gain time left on the boat rental. All right, so 30 fish. I'm going to say 160. 154, not too far off. 44 for the big Atlantic salmon. We started the day out on the new rod, so great way to break the new rod in. Let's go see if we did get anything at the cafe. I did not take a look before we got started today. I just knew that I had to fish here. I may try going back over to Corey tomorrow. Didn't get a 12 kilo pike. Didn't get a trophy perch. Nothing for the cafe. 154 silver on the dot. Couldn't have even tried to get that, but not a bad day overall. So hope you all enjoyed. We'll be back again tomorrow, and we'll see you then. Bye bye now.